Have you ever wondered why some men get female attention and respect even from other males more easily? Some men are irresistible to both sexes, just how they conduct themselves. Leave alone the hairstyle and whether or not they have a well-manicured beard or cut torso. They just know how to carry themselves in a way that females find irresistible and males appreciate. This type of man is called an alpha male. Number 10. Take the throne. No, please, we're not telling you to go and take control of the throne David left under the custody of his son Solomon. Very far from that. Now, have you ever seen a guy sitting down, hunched over, shoulders shrugged to his ears, his chest sunken in, and possibly looking like there's something interesting happening on his phone? This is a familiar sight, isn't it? And truth be told, most guys probably sit like that these days and don't even know it, which is too bad, because that's the kind of posture that's way more likely to have girls wondering if everything is okay. Want to get in the alpha zone? Try getting comfortable with the classic alpha male body language position. Assuming you've got the space, cross your right ankle over to your left knee, lean back, rest your arm up behind you, and watch the whole landscape change. Number 9. Make accurate steps and calculate your moves. Whether you're walking on the street or entering an office or bar, your walk can really make an impression on people. When an alpha male enters a room, he's not afraid. He walks slowly, taking balanced steps. Correcting your walk doesn't take long, just a few days, and it really impacts how other people perceive you. Show people that you know your place as a man and that you have a vision for where you want to be in life. Pay attention to how big steps you take. Walk with moderately spaced, balanced steps. If your steps are too small, you may seem feminine or like someone who's always catching up with other people. And on the other hand, huge steps imply that you're clumsy. Take medium, shoulder-length steps. Number 8. Your handshake should be cool, correct, and on point. You've heard it before. A firm handshake speaks volumes on who you are as a man, even when it comes to women. But what a lot of guys don't get is that there's a lot more to a proper handshake than just squeezing the heck out of the other person's hand. While it's true you don't want a lazy, wet noodle handshake, you also don't want to overcompensate by shaking too hard. Because with any physical contact, the true way to show confidence is really by showing control. So, real quick, here's how you master the shake. While looking the other guy or girl in the eye, extend your hand out and let them come to you. Grab their hand firmly, but again, be careful not to squeeze too hard. Shake no more than 3 times up and down. And while shaking, don't forget to smile. Oh, and be sure to say something. Number 7. Display control. Okay, here we go. A big part of an alpha male body language trick is how alphas physically engage with other people, more specifically, how they physically engage with girls. And touch is the ultimate demonstration of the 3 C's of a true alpha male: confidence, chemistry, and comfort. But we get it. The reason a lot of guys don't touch girls is because they don't want to risk creeping out the girl they like. But the problem is, and the reason why touching works for alphas, is precisely because there's risk involved. Think about it. Sure, it's just a touch, but there's a lot to get wrong, which a lot of guys do. So when a girl sees a guy who's perceptive enough to know how to touch her and how not to touch her, she also sees a guy with a good sense of how to deal with risk and how to handle her trust. Wondering how you can safely incorporate touch like an alpha? There are 2 ways to get you started. First, you've talked to her before. Go for a quick hug if you run into her again and show that you're friendly. And after that, follow her lead and mirror her touch if she touches you. Number 6. Never underestimate the power of your look. They say that the eyes are the windows to your soul, so make sure your eyes express self-confidence, strength, and have a playful sparkle. An alpha male isn't afraid to look directly into people's eyes. It can be difficult if you're not used to it, so practice. When you're entering the room, keep your head high and look at everyone. If you talk to someone, look from one of their eyes to the other, then down to their mouth. This keeps your eyes moving and focused on your conversation partner. Work on your attitude, because if you're worried about something or you're afraid, it'll show up in your eyes. And it doesn't do you any good. Just let go of your worries. You can't solve any problems by worrying anyway. Simply focus on your conversation and don't be afraid of looking into your counterpart's eyes. And please, don't stare though. Number 5. Be consistent with your message. Being able to speak without saying anything is at the core of the alpha male body language. In fact, it might be this skill alone that makes girls respond to some guys so much more than others. As you know by now, nonverbal communication is a huge turn-on for any girl. It's the basis for everything when it comes to flirting, and without it, it's an uphill battle no matter how awesome you are. Chemistry, comfort, even showing off your sense of humor, all begin without you ever saying a word. Thankfully, the key to mastering nonverbal alpha male body language communication with a girl is simple, because all you have to do is match what you're expressing through your face with what you're actually thinking. Number 4. Fake it till you make it. Now, while plenty of guys know they should try to take on a leadership role, alphas are special in that they automatically perceive to be the leader by that group. It's almost like gravity. They couldn't be the leader if they tried. It's just a natural role for them, just like it's natural for people around them to have no problem yielding to that relationship. So this brings us to a common question. What if a non-alpha male wants to be the leader around the alpha? Well, the only thing to do is fake it till you make it. Instead of fading to the background, you've got to come to the forefront of any situation, the classroom, your office, an event, whatever. Just putting yourself out there and making yourself known will quickly change the minds of those around you and will eventually transform you into the alpha male yourself. Number 3. Work on your confidence and behavior around women. Women like men who feel comfortable in their own skin, so your behavior should help you feel your best. An alpha male has high self-esteem and doesn't care too much what others think about him and isn't afraid to behave as he wants. He expresses his opinions, needs, and desires in a direct way. Even in front of a beautiful woman, he never sees himself as someone who's out of her league, and he isn't overwhelmed by interaction. He can appreciate her beauty and truly want her, but he doesn't need her. He's playful, but never crosses the line of good manners. Depending on your culture, there's generally nothing wrong with playful touching or hugs, but grabbing someone's ass would obviously be considered unacceptable. Number 2. Be yourself. You may have never known this, but a big part of the alpha male body language is how your style stands out from the crowd. Your style is very important, and like body language, your style does a huge amount of talking for you. And it's not even necessary we tell you this, but yes, girls do pay attention to how you dress. So the importance of knowing what's in style can't be underestimated, but knowing it is only half the battle. What you do with that information is what matters. Because where most guys learn about style in order to fit in, alphas use their style to stand out. Pretty important difference. And as with everything alpha, style is all about being smart about it. Straight too far from the norm, you might be too hard to relate to, even be considered alpha. But on the other hand, if you always stay with the pack, you'll never get seen. Number 1. Be strong. Looking strong or being strong, which one do you go for? It might depend on who you ask, but if there's one thing that brings you closer to being alpha 100% of the time, it's to actually be strong. What we mean when we say being strong is to have a body that truly has some power to it, instead of one that only looks like it. And it's the presence of real physical power instead of just the appearance of it that makes any guy seem like the baddest dude in the room. And we hope you enjoyed our video. And just be sure to subscribe to our channel for more of our amazing content. And please give us a like, share the video, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell for timely updates of our new uploads. And hey, thanks for watching.